Hey everyone and welcome back to some more Darkest Dungeon. So, I decided to do the actual Darkest Dungeon. The first part. We'll see how it goes. If we can do it successfully, we'll be able to make our roster a little bit bigger, since the 4 heroes that do it will not count towards the roster. But we'll still be able to use them for other dungeons. In any case, here's what I decided to bring. We got a Crusader, we got a Hellion, we got a Jester. Unfortunately, Finale got severely nerfed in today's patch, so I won't be using that. But we will be using some Bleeds. Bleeds are pretty good here. And we got a Vestal. And I used a slightly different trinket setup than usual, and so I gave the Ancestor Scroll to the Jester, because it will improve his stress heal. And I also gave Ancestor's Tentacle Idol to the Vestal, because she will get plus 20% stress from Junia's head, and I definitely want Junia's head for this. And she's also nervous, which is plus 10%, so that's a total of plus 30%, and maybe the idol will help her get an actual virtue, instead of affliction. We'll see. And I think that's about it. We got the class trinket on the Hellion and also Wolf's Tassel. And let's go, I think. I'm curious how this will go. Now, provisions. We want all the food. We don't need keys or shovels, there are no blockades in here. Or locked chests. We definitely want bandages, because there are some really nasty bleeds. I think medicinal herbs will be useful too. Some holy water, we can buff ourselves up. Now, I don't want to spend literally all of my gold. So, let's say 4 holy water. And anything else? Oh yeah, and torches. I don't think we need more than 16. Okay, this looks fine to me. Let's go! So, the toughest enemies in here, by far, are the cultists. We'll have to kill the cultists as quickly as possible, otherwise it will end very poorly for us.
The creature fattens itself on your failures.
Okay, I don't think there will be any... Oh, yeah, there is a fight in the corridor. Okay, then. So, hi. Guard, alright. Let's have a look then. Slice off is the only real option. Or we can buff ourselves. Let's buff everyone in the group. That seems reasonable. The buff is pretty decent. Was there dodge? 0 dodge, right. Just pretty high speed. And stun resist, only 48%. Let's just stun them both. That seems reasonable. Nothing to heal, so just hit them with judgment. And 1 down. These guys are easy, so we don't really have to worry about them. The hard part will come. 1 more hit. Alright, done. Let's move! Now, I'm not using any trinkets that require 25 plus light, but we should still keep our light level high. Yeah, here's the cultist I was talking about, cultist priest. And that's because of their finger attack, which does a lot of damage, has a very high bleed, and a ton of extra stress. So that's not good at all. Alright, buff our group a bit.
Confluence of skill
and let's start doing damage. 73% stun resist. We got 165 base. Let's stun it. Sounds good to me. We don't want to let it attack. Oh, and did I mention they also have 38 health? Which makes it pretty hard to kill them very quickly. You can't really kill them that fast. Unless you get a good crit. Okay, so let's do some stress healing. We have to keep our stress low, because there are a lot of sources of stress in here. Not hitting 200 stress is one of the challenges of this place, really. Alright, let's go in and do a proper fight. Because that's what this is going to be. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Alright. At least not yet, apparently. Harvest? I think so. Let's use Harvest. Both landed. And I think we should stun them. Yup. Sounds good to me. That guy will almost bleed out. I guess we'll use Harvest one more time. And not much point healing just yet. Yeah, not really. Let's try to stun the Rapturous Cultist. He only has 48%. There, and we don't have a penalty on the Vestal since I'm not using the item with the penalty. Just Junia's head. And Smite? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. And Harvest should kill both. As long as it lands. Yep. One brawler left. Should be fine. Now we can heal the Hellion. There, almost back to full health. 2 health left on that guy. How's our stress? There's not much of it. Will he attack us one more time? No, he won't. Good start, but that wasn't a very hard fight. The hardest fights are ones with cultist priests. Especially if there's more than one. And especially if they get guarded or something like that. That's bad. Their finger attack is the single most dangerous attack in here. Not counting maybe the final boss. Right, so Harvest first, I think. Or we can buff ourselves. Let's buff ourselves. That's a lot of extra speed. And a chance to crit. And extra accuracy. If we could get a nice crit on one of these guys, that would be amazing. Okay. So... Oh, also, I should swap Finale, or I mean Iron Swan for something else. Since I will be using Crusader in the first spot. Although, he doesn't have to be in the first spot. I suppose we can switch them around. Works for me. Let's stun the brawlers. One stun failed, unfortunately. Okay. Yep, plus 20 stress from that. And that's not even the most dangerous attack in here. So... Smite, I guess. Heal up. Okay. Yeah, we need to switch places to be able to use Iron Swan. Harvest. That will bleed the witch a little bit. And I think we should use Judgment here to do some damage. One more Harvest will kill her. So at least there's that. Oh, they are pulling the Jester, that's not so great. Not happy about that, but alright. There, now she's dead.
Maintain the offensive.
Smite. Nice, we got a crit. Well, it was worth getting the buff. Now, get the Jester out of here. I'll have to move manually, unfortunately. So, back you go. Okay, more bleeds. Now, I don't want to waste the bandages too much. Which is why I haven't removed these bleeds with the bandages. The bleeds you get from the finger ability is far worse than this. So I'm mostly keeping bandages for cultist priests, in case you're wondering. Alright, let's kill the witch. Maybe get one more stress reduction in here. Yup, you can reduce your own stress. Down to 17. This is looking pretty good so far. Keeping stress low is the single most important part here. Get some healing done. And how about we reduce our Jester's stress a bit? Here. And now we can kill the witch. Nice. That went quite well, I would say.
This expedition
And we'll keep Helion in the front, I suppose. For Aaron Swan. Doesn't really make a difference for the Crusader. So, onwards. To the next room. Might be another fight in the corridor, I honestly don't remember. The last time I tried Darkest Dungeon was a very long time ago. Okay, clear. Let's keep moving. We'll probably camp a little bit closer to the boss. Let's do at least another fight or two. Okay, a full group of cultist priests. So that's basically the most dangerous group in here. As you can see, plus 35 stress from that attack. Yep, it's bad. It's pretty bad. Now, do we heal stress or do we land harvest? They got over 100% bleed resist, so I think it's best if we reduce stress. Let our Crusader and the Helion do the damage. Okay. It's not as bad if they don't crit, but when they crit, they give you a lot of stress. Now, what's their stun resist? 73. I think it's best if we just attack. Yeah, the guy in the front perhaps, or the guy in the middle. He will be easier to hit with everyone, including the Jester if we want to do that. If we leave him at like 5 health for example, yep, here's a crit, plus 17. And we got a bleed resist debuff. Okay. Heal up. The damage itself is pretty nasty too. Nice! Exactly 19 damage. That's what I like to see. Now, slice off, stress reduction. I think we need stress reduction. Yeah, we really do. As tempting as it is to use damage attacks, we need to keep our stress low. And healing stress also gives us a buff that reduces stress we take, so it's pretty good proactively as well. More healing. So these are basically the most dangerous enemies in here, not counting the boss. If we can deal with them, then we are fine until the boss. Okay. Minus 69% bleed resist. Yeah, it's bad, like I said. I could remove it. I'll probably remove it from the Crusader. Yeah, let's remove it. Okay. Not bad, but I was hoping to get a kill in there. Well, I can't hit that guy with Jester. We'll just stress heal a bit. Yep, stress heal the Crusader. Yep, he will attack with the finger. Only 6 damage, good. And we resisted the bleed. It was definitely worth removing that bleed debuff. It would have landed if we didn't remove it, as in the bleed would have landed. Heal up some more.
Compassion is a rarity.
I think we'll just camp in the next room. That seems like a good idea to me. But first, let's actually finish this fight, shall we? Okay. We need a good crit heal on the Crusader or something. How about we use slice off here? Yep, the bleed didn't land. I didn't really expect it to. There's the debuff again. Plus 12. Alright, good enough. I'll take it. So unfortunately we have to destroy the corpses. At least one of them. Like so. And now we can target the guy. Nice, 29 critical. Can we kill him? We just need one more hit. There we go, he's down. Good job. We took a lot of damage, but oh well. It could have been so much worse. I guess we'll camp in the next room. In here. I'm pretty sure there's also a fight in here. No, there isn't. Alright. Let's camp in here then. Sounds good to me. And what do we want to
That'll
use?
yet be won.
I'm pretty sure you can still get ambushed in here, so we'll use Sanctuary. And what else? All companions. Minus 15% stress for a few battles. That is pretty nice. I think we should use that. Okay, but let's use that one. And what else? Maybe some buffs. Just checking what's available in here. Plus 8% crit. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And one more. What else do we have? Not a whole lot, really. Minus 15 stress. That's about it. Minus 15 stress. We can also heal for 15%. Alright, let's do that.
In Radiance,
And
may
time
we
to move
find
on.
Victory.
Onwards to the next fight. Can't say I'm really looking forward to it. I just want to do the boss, okay?
The way is lit. The path is
The faster
clear.
we get to the boss, the better. Alright, so Cultist is the priority. As you might have guessed by now. Not that I don't want to kill the witches ASAP, but the Cultist is way more dangerous than that. So... well... the Vestal is already at 46. And while we do have the trinket that gives her a higher chance to get Virtue, I'm not going to actively try to get 100 stress. It's just there for when we do get 100. And there's a pretty good chance we will, at least on the boss. We still want to keep it low. And you know, there's still a pretty good chance she will get an affliction, not a virtue. Now, 23%. We could stun it. I think we should stun it. Alright, let's do that. Nice. The other guy resisted, but the cultist is really the only thing I care about in here.
Ringing ears. Blurred vision.
Okay.
The end approaches.
Now we need to do some good damage. 17. Yeah, that's not terrible. I'll take it. Plus 12. Wait. We didn't really benefit from that stun at all, did we? Not really, no. Also, we should get rid of these debuffs. Okay. So how about we buff ourselves? Yeah, I have a feeling it will be useful here. That's plus 12% chance to crit on the Hellion. That is pretty damn good. So what is her chance to crit going to be now? Like 25%? Oh, only 16. I thought it would be higher than that, but alright. 26% total, right. Okay, that is pretty good. 2 damage off, really? Yes, really. Okay, fine. We need 2 more damage, I accept that. Oh yeah, we can't target that guy with Holy Lance. Whoops. I thought I will be able to. Well, that sucks. Just a little bit. Oh well, I guess it will attack us one more time. No, it won't. Well, unless we miss, which I hope we won't. It's down. Now, should we try another stun? Judgment might kill a witch. Let's try that. Yep, it did. Nice one. I'm glad I tried that. It was a bit of a gamble because we gave up a heal on the Hellion. And it could have missed just as easily. We still got the other witch, but the cultist is dead, that's the important part. Come on, people. So, stress reduction on the Vestal. Without a Jester, we would have been screwed in here. Jester is almost mandatory for the first Darkest Dungeon. Or at least any stress healer. But the Jester is effectively the best stress healer. A Crusader isn't terrible with Inspiring Cry, so a Crusader would also work as a stress healer. But he's also a decent damage dealer. He's mostly in here just in case. As an emergency stress heal. The Jester is our primary healer here. Primary stress healer. Okay, that's 33. We should definitely heal that up before we finish. Okay, I don't want to kill the witch just yet. Then again, she does have 27 health. Reduce stress. 23. Okay. There, the witch will bleed out. I guess that means we can ignore her. And she's down. 13 stress is the most we have at the moment. That's really good. Let's keep moving. We are getting closer. This dungeon is not big, but yeah, it has some pretty dangerous fights. Alright. Onwards. Any fight in the corridor? No? Not in this one. Okay, clear. Next. I do expect... Oh yeah, there is going to be a group in here. I'm 99% sure about that.
A blazing star is born.
Yup. Okay. What is this thing? I don't remember that. Oh, I think that's from the boss? Or something? Oh great, now the priest has guard. Well, isn't that annoying? Let's buff the group first. So, what should we attack first? That's a good question. I totally do not remember what that stupid tentacle thing will do, other than attack us. Oh, that was a stun, but it failed. Okay, nice. We got rid of the guard. So... Smite? Yup. I mean, it's not like we have a lot of other options. Should we try a stun instead of healing? We got 140% base. We could try to stun the malignant growth. Or we could just heal. You know what? Let's just heal. I don't want to push my luck too much. Stress heal. That's 31, alright? And we could try a stun with the Hellion. What's our chance to crit? 26% chance to crit. That is tempting. Okay, let's attack. Now only 13 damage. Well, alright. Let's try a stun then. There we go. Okay, so it will lose a turn. That's good. Jester got pulled, that's fine. But that means I want to be able to attack the cultist with the Crusader. I can only attack the witch. Alright, good enough. What's next? Our Hellion. This better be a kill. No, it's not, damn it. 2 health, seriously? Come on now. That's just annoying. Let's try Judgment then. There, now it's a kill. I had to give up a heal on the Jester, but oh well. I can live with that. So one of the next rooms to the east is the boss. That will be fun. But our stress level is more than fine right now. I don't think we have to worry about that part. Mostly about staying alive. Okay. Kill the witch. Is that enough? Yes, it is enough. And do some healing before we leave. There's the stun again. Resisted. Are we done yet? Not much point using any of these. We might as well reposition. The witch will die. Let's stun it. And recover some more. Yup. Good enough. I think we're fine. We still got some food, so we can use that to heal ourselves.
Ghoulish horrors.
Onwards. I think the boss is the next room after this, if I remember right. I'm not 100% sure. Might be this room. Okay, we got another cultist. Alright then. Maybe we should use harvest on the witches. You know what, let's do that. Both bleeds landed. Okay, looking good so far. They missed a stress attack, but the cultist priest did not. One more. They are focusing on the jester. From the looks of it, 27. Okay. Stun. Or do some damage. We could probably kill the witch. Alright, let's kill one witch. There, it will bleed out now. And reduce stress on the jester. I don't want to hit 100. Because if we get early bad affliction, that will be a disaster. Stun the cultist. Okay, and now we need stress reduction. Maybe remove that bleed. Like so. And give yourself a stress buff. That's minus 19 and minus 20% stress. For the next 3 rounds.
Unforgiving.
Fate's Pull, alright. Pretty annoying. 64. Well, we still need to kill them. That will be enough to kill the witch, okay. Unfortunately, I need to move again. I actually kind of can't. Yes, that was a pretty useless move, but it's the only one I really had. Leaving cultist for the last is not exactly optimal, but that's just how the fight went. Wasn't exactly what I planned. We need some healing now. Okay. Let's just kill it ASAP. It won't target the jester, that's good. I would like to get at least one more stress heal, however. Let's try that. And another one from the jester himself. There, that helps a lot, down to 35. Judgment won't kill the cultist, so might as well heal ourselves. That was a net positive, 44 stress.
A decisive pummeling.
And we need to remove the bleed. Okay, looking good so far. So I'm not sure, this might be the boss room or the next room after that. I honestly don't remember. Okay, this is the boss. Alright. So we will be targeting the boss and ignoring the priest in the back. We can also use holy water to buff ourselves up a bit. And we will give ourselves battle ballad. Yep. This will be a fairly long fight, so we definitely need that. Now, the cultist priest will give us a lot of stress and will probably do a lot of damage. But killing the cultist priest is not a very good idea here. We want to target the boss. Fortunately, he only has 68% bleed resist, so we'll try to stack up some bleeds on it. Let's do it then. Give me some nice bleeds. Really? You resisted already? Come on! How's that fair? Well, it's not the end of the world just yet. But this thing is pretty damn annoying. The bleeds will get bad in here, I can tell you as much already. Fortunately, we still got a few bandages left. And it also has 33% protection. However, it attacks multiple times per round, so bleeds will be pretty good here. Or at least they will work pretty quickly. So, slice off, I think. Well, I do want to sack bleeds, and slice off is a pretty good one. Alright, let's do that. I do have a trinket that increases our chance to bleed. And heal up. We are fine so far. We resisted the bleed debuffs. That's a good thing. Shall we remove that? Not yet. Let's preserve the bandages. We can, however, buff our resists. That's definitely a good plan. Nice, 20 critical damage. Okay, this is looking good for us. It's below 100 health already. We did get shuffled, that happens, that's fine. Now we can use a buff. Like so. And keep stacking bleeds. Nice. 13 damage, and move the Hellion. I think, or do we use a group heal? Let's use a group heal, we do have Holy Lance. Which means we can just use that. Okay. Here comes the bleed again. We resisted both, nice. Let's remove this one, that's 10 damage. And we can use Holy Lance on the boss, because the boss is that big. It's at 65 health, less than half. Significantly less than half. That was slightly unfortunate, but alright. Slice off again. Stack them bleeds. Okay, and well, unfortunately, I can't do much with the Hellion like this. But I don't want to pass the turn, because we'll get stressed from that. We'll just move around. Yeah, that was a very unfortunate shuffling right there. Probably the worst we could possibly get, honestly. There's the bleed again. Okay, both landed this time. So, Holy Lance. Okay. Could have been worse. And that's the shuffle, I think. Yeah, okay, that's not bad. In fact, that's almost perfect. It's down to 30. I think we got this. Remove that, and let's remove the debuff too. And buff up the group. The boss is almost dead. Which means it's best to buff our speed, accuracy, and chance to crit. Group heal, action... Yeah, group heal. The Hellion can attack from where she is. With the bleeding attack. 11. We almost got this now. One more turn should be enough. Maybe even literally one more attack. Come on, people, let's do it. There's the shuffle again. Okay. That's pretty bad, but it's okay. We can basically just kill it now. It will die from the bleed. We got this. Oh, I should have removed the bleed. Okay, doesn't matter.
Precision and power.
Death Lash. And we didn't even hit Death's Door in this entire place. The boss is dead. Nice. Now just kill the cultist. Shouldn't be too hard. Especially since we just got a really nice crit. One attack should do it. Buff ourselves up some more. Come on, give me the Hellion already. Yeah, now we hit Death's Door. That's okay. Done. Nice. Ancestor's Candle. Plus 15% damage if torch above 50, plus 2 speed if torch above 50, and plus 5 dodge if torch above 50. That is really nice. Back to the hamlet we go! So this will help us maintain a bigger roster. These 4 heroes cannot go back into the Darkest Dungeon again, but they won't count towards our roster. While we'll still be able to use them. in other dungeons. Plus 30% stress disease, alright. Should probably remove that, but we got Slugger.
You have merely
Minus 15% virtual chance on the next quest, okay.
Enough to trigger the cycle of revelation.
And now we can hire more people.
Like me,
Let's check the stagecoach. We got a level 3 Vestal.
as they truly
I mean, we don't really need that, but we'll grab her anyway. Doesn't cost us anything, and we can dismiss her anytime we want.
and unrelenting.
Now, let's remove the diseases, shall we? That one first, and then... Where is it? Let's see, who was it with the disease? The Jester. Okay. Looks good to me. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.